Okay, so what am I gonna talk about? Well, yesterday I kind of touched on the idea of being bored, right? Like staying away from. I might move the camera. Staying away from technology, cause staying away from like things that are gonna, what's the word, stimulate you uh quickly. Because whenever you actually dedicate time to yourself to be bored and to give yourself the proper time in order to think about the things that you're meant to be thinking about. I think God kind of speaks to us in that way of like everything happens. Uh, we have our thoughts for a reason. We have our thoughts for a purpose. Okay. Oh, sorry. I probably should have adjusted this before. But point being, so I need to record a video for today. And the video I want basically want to talk about is I want to touch more on the idea of the cup of suffering that I touched on in the last video. Last video, that idea came to me only through being with my thoughts and being by myself. And so that's the main idea that I'm trying to give, is that we all have to drink from that cup of suffering in order to find what we want in life, in order to find what's our meaning, what's our purpose. And the thing is that it's kind of funny in the sense of like, not funny, but it's interesting how everything that we want in life is on the other side of that wall of the fears that we don't want to face. Everything, absolutely everything that we want, no matter what it is. If it's something worth pursuing, then it's going to be hard. And so, by being able to face those hard challenges in order to get the things that you want to do, that's something that we have to become more comfortable with, especially just the overall idea of it. That sometimes pain and suffering isn't so bad in the sense of like it isn't bad for us as much as it does good for us. And it's you can find in anything that you want to pursue, no matter what it is. Whether it's you want to get better and you want to get a stronger physique, right? So how do you do that? You got to go to the gym, okay? If you're scared of going to the gym, if you're scared of being judged, that's the fear that you have to face. It's just showing up. That's the first step. And then for me, like someone who's like more experienced in the gym, I say like I've been training for 5 years. It's like okay, now what's the next step for me? It's just comfort. It's comfortable. I just simply have to show up, right? And then every time I show up, I've been showing up consistently for like 5 years. And I'm thinking to myself, why don't I look like the way that I want to look already? And because I'm avoiding the thing that I'm scared of. So I ask myself, what am I scared of? Well, I'm scared of. Well, I'm not fully pushing myself as hard in the gym as I know I could be. And then I was like, that's the reason. That's the reason why I'm not where I want to be. Because I'm not pushing myself to where beyond the discomfort, beyond. I'm not pushing myself to the point of suffering. I'm pushing myself to the point of mild suffering, right? Like, after years of going to the gym, I know that I grow through the pain. Obviously, like it's just subconscious in my mind. That's like, okay, well, I got it. I have to feel it a little bit. I got to feel the burn a little bit. But whenever I start pushing myself like beyond that mild suffering and take it to the next level of suffering, that's where I'll find the most growth. That's where I'll find the most um, progress in the gym. And so I did that. I practiced that yesterday, right? I went to the gym. I was like, this hurts, right? I was doing bicep curls, and then I was like, all right, well, I gotta push myself to the next mile if I truly, truly want to grow. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do one more rep. Okay, one more rep, and it really, really hurt. Usually, I would have stopped like 2 reps prior. Point being is like I did the thing that I was uncomfortable with. I went to the point of suffering, and you kind of have to go to that point in order to find the things that you want to look for. Um, if you're introverted, you're probably scared of what's the word? Probably scared of going up to people, right? But you don't want to be introverted no more. So what do you do? Well, you have to do what you're scared of doing, and you have to go up to people. It's crazy how that all works, and I think Jesus really preached to us that that's how things have to be. We have to go to that point of suffering. We have to carry our cross. It's in the story of Jacob as well, where he um, is wrestling with God. Is I think that's a representation. I always saw that as a representation of us having to wrestle with those thoughts that we don't want to wrestle with. Because originally Jacob wasn't his name. That was a name given to him by God after they had wrestled already. But it was only after going through the hardship and wrestling with God, that literal, probably one of the hardest things that Jacob could have done. And he wrestled, and he that's how you change. He changed his name. Jacob literally, I think, translates to the one who wrestles with God. Originally, his name meant something else. But that's the point, I think, is that you gotta be able to do those hard things in order to change. You gotta wrestle with those hard thoughts in order to change. If you want to become wiser, then you gotta wrestle with those hard thoughts. And that's what I figured out yesterday, is that I gotta put my phone down, just sit in silence, and just exist. Just know that I am, and that is enough. That you are simply existing, and that is enough. You don't gotta do more. Simply you being here is enough. And I think that's one of the things that we forget, is that we gotta think that everything we do has to have some sort of meaning. Sometimes the most meaningful thing you could do is just be. The amount of power that is in just being present is extraordinary, and I think it's so beautiful that even just sitting down can give you so much progress. So I guess that's the main message of today, is you gotta drink from that cup of suffering. I keep looking at the camera because I'm like, bro, I got a little gap in my hair, bro. I hate it. Oh. Gotta like puff on my hair. Anyway, anything else I want to touch on? That's mainly it. It's like, remember that quote. That quote really hit me when I first heard it. It was, everything that we could possibly want in life is on the other side of the thing that we're scared of doing. So do the things that you're scared of doing. Aim for the things that you're scared of doing. If you don't want to get a job, then get a job, bro. Because if you know that it's what's meant for you, then you gotta do it. I got a job interview. Not job interview. I already got the job. Tomorrow's my first day. I'm like, damn. This whole time I've been wanting a job, right? And then I get a job, and now I'm like, damn, I don't want to go to work. So is by doing those things that you don't want to do in order to get the things that you want. Because I want money, right? I want a stable income. That kind of makes me feel more secure in myself, since knowing that I'm able to have like a steady income, and also I have something to do with my time. So regardless of that, I'm not gonna let that stop me from like not recording videos or anything, because I gotta, like I said, I also have dreams or aspirations of hopefully helping other people through my brand. And I think if I'm able to accomplish that with my life, then I'd be pretty proud. And so I think that's the dream that I'm aiming for. And I gotta do the hard things that I don't really want to do, like picking up the camera and recording every single day, and just consistently posting and posting and posting. Even on the days when I don't feel like doing it, it's important to show up. And that's the thing, that's the pattern I keep recognizing, is that you gotta show up consistently. Because there's like a few keys to success. There's few main keys to success. One of them is showing up for yourself. Another one is doing the hardest things that you can possibly do. Because that's how you become the person that you want to become. Well, at least that's how I think most people with big hopes and dreams become the person that they want to become. Which I hope that's everyone who's watching this video. So thank you guys for watching. Again, I'll see what I talk about tomorrow.